Hello and welcome to a not so awesome review. Today we're looking at the Dragon Ball Super Dragon Star series Super Saiyan Future Trunks by Bandai. Quick look at the box. It's cool, I guess. Picture on the side looks nice. Anyways, this figure is part of the Fusion Zamasu build a figure wave, and he comes with the head of Zamasu. Which, if you just take a quick look, and yes, there is paint on my hands because I was too lazy to go paint them before I did this review. It's a pretty good looking face sculpt. The earrings are painted, which looks, I don't know, like I like that they put the extra effort there. You see the gold and the green on the earrings. It's a nice face. I'm almost excited for this figure too, just kind of like that Goku. But the reason I'm saying almost because did put this guy together. Which, by the way, I know this is a review for Trunks, but uh, the torso and the bottom half of his torso, whatever, it really was a pain to put together, and he only rotates. He doesn't have a crunch, so that's a preview for whenever we get the legs and the other arm. He's not looking to be that great of a figure. I'm just putting that out there for anybody who's still debating on this wave. It is looking like he's going to have like even more limited articulation than anybody else. But putting that aside, Future Trunks here. What do I say about Future Trunks? Because he's probably the most disappointing figure in the wave. Now, I'm not trying to hate on these figures at all. I want these figures to succeed. I want Bandai to keep getting better. And like I said in my Goku review, they did improve. They improved with hit with the arms, and then, the arms in that carried over to this Trunks and Goku and everything. The sculpt has improved immensely, but something about this Trunks, articulation wise, just put that apart for a second. Something about him seems off, and I don't know if it's the fact that his entire scarf and shirt are and band thing are just like one giant sculpt piece, or what it is about it, but something about him seems off. Part of it is definitely the hair, because if you take a close look at the hair, it is a very flat yellow, like a very strong flat yellow, and it looks like it could have actually used a second spray through, because you can see some, I don't know if that's black or something underneath it. So it was painted, and that's a good thing, because a lot of times, molded plastic yellow does not look good. So, I'm glad they painted it, but it looks off. His eyebrows aren't even the same shade of yellow. At least I don't think they are. I think this is like just a little bit more, a little bit more vibrant than this. Though, it could be the fact that he has a shiny face that I'm looking at. So, let's get started accessory wise, because he does come with the most accessories, I think, of any Dragon Star figure, period, right now. He comes with a pair of fists. He comes with a pair of blasting hands. Standard thing that every figure comes with, basically. But he also comes with a pair of sword holding hands, because he does have his sword with him, which, I will say, I'm glad they included it, and they actually painted it. This is a nice shiny silver, white hilt, and the strap here is brown and everything. They did a good job with the sword, so I'm gonna give them credit. Where credit's due. They did a good job. Even the hands, they're pretty loose. You can open them pretty easily to fit the sword in. Now I don't know if I can do this while I'm on camera, because I'm behind it. But let's see. Yeah, there we go. It fits in, and it fits in nice and tight, so he's not going to be dropping that when he holds it. So very good job on the sword. Love it. Love that they painted it. Love that they went that extra mile for it. Trunks, on the other hand, like I said, it's like they're trying. I can see that they're trying, and I will give them credit for that. His boots could have easily been reused from Goku's boots, but they're not. These are actually, I believe, I want to say completely different. They're very similar. Don't get me wrong. They might just be retooled from the other boots, but the molding around where the straps go on both the top and the bottom are completely different. He has a tear in his pants here with the painted skin color in there. A little black coming through, but again, for the price point, don't really matter to me. The Capsule Corp symbol on his arm right there is nice and clean. And I guess you can call it another part of an accessory is that he does come with his sword in his sheath. Now, they did the whole, okay, well, here's the sword in the sheath, and then there's the sword separate. And that's where they kind of messed up because, okay, I can understand you not wanting to make, the sword go in. You don't want to hollow this piece out. It costs too much money to have it go in, in there. You guys are already wasting a good amount of money on this figure. I get that. What I don't get is that why isn't this removable? That was a really bad move on their part, not making the hilt removable. Because now if he's holding the sword, he's gonna have the sword on his back, so you're gonna have to remove the whole entire strap. It wasn't a good move in my opinion. Paint wise, again, they did a great job. You can see the like kind of tannish, I don't know what you call that, jungle army looking green on the straps. The brown is like nice and clean. It is a nice clean looking paint job on all the accessories. But yeah, I really wish they had made that removable. It reminds me of what they did with the first wave of Power Rangers, the Ninja Storm Rangers. They had the same kind of thing. They came with their swords separate, but it's stuck onto the sheath here, and that was just, I don't know why you would do that. That was a bad move. Now, like I said a few minutes ago, it does look like this is all in one sculpted piece, which I don't know if that's why to me it looks a little off or something, but I don't know. Maybe I don't know, just something about it looks weird to me. Like it's really tight, even though his design, it's pretty good. But even if you look at the box art here, it like Trunks has like wrinkles in his shirt. His arms aren't as smooth as they are here. It looks like the shirt shouldn't be this tight on him, but it doesn't look horrible. It could use a little bit of a touch up, some more shading on it. Maybe I might actually do that later. I don't know, but I don't know. It does look a little off. Definitely the hair. Another thing that's actually hurting the hair is the fact that there is no lining in the hair anywhere. All the other figures, the Vegeta, he has all these sculpted lines in it. The Goku that just came out has all these sculpted lines in it. Trunks' hair is just really smooth. Um, they had added some extra detail on it. I think it would look better. Again, I'm assuming they chose not to for budgeting reasons, but I I don't know. It comes off a little bit weird to me. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm glad we got two sword holding hands, but if we had to have lost one, I don't think I would have cared as much if the hair was done. But the it's it's gonna vary by person on who like wants more accessories and stuff. Anyways, articulation wise, he's definitely not good. I'm not saying it's horrible. I'm just saying it's not good, but I'm not really at this point with the other figures reviewed. I'm not expecting much. His arm can still move up pretty good. He does have the double jointed elbows that aren't bad. One thing I don't like, surprise, surprise, something I don't like, right? Uh, yeah, his hands pop off really easy if you try to move them up too much. I think that's mostly because of the sleeve comes out a lot more than in like the Hit figure or the Goku figure. But yeah, if you try to move his hand so it's like kind of pointing straight, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna have to lift his hand up. You're gonna have to bend that elbow to make it look like he's shooting forward, which is kind of disappointing because I wanted to get him in like a final flash pose, and you can't really do that. But yeah, there really is no buts. I kind of really wish that they just had pulled it out a little bit more. Maybe pulled the sleeve back just a little bit more. I don't know. Um, Again, my opinion. Waist, he doesn't really have much going on for him. He moves a little bit more than Goku does, but again, it's really so minimal that it almost doesn't even matter. Aside from the fact that you can rotate his waist anyway, it doesn't really matter. His head, again, he can't look up. He can kind of look down, but it's so minimal that it's almost not noticeable. He can look left to right, and it looks like his neck joint does move like the other figures, so that's there. And I want to say it's actually doing the same thing where it's getting stuck on going that way. So I don't know what's up with that joint. But yeah, he can kick up that high, which is kind of disappointing. He can kick back that high. And yes, he does have the pull down legs, so you can kind of pull him down and make him kick a little bit further. But if you want him to kick straight, that's still as far as he goes. Otherwise, you have to rotate his leg in like a weird way to make him kick forward. And without that boot rotation, and without this being able to rotate just a little bit lower, if they added that rotation that's right there, just down a little bit more, I think it would work. Though I think this whole entire like crotch area needs to be cut in a little bit more so he can have better leg articulation. Again, that's my opinion. He does have the nice ankle pivot like the other figures, so that's still pretty good. And like I said, accessorized, he's good. So yeah, there's really not much else to say about the figure. I mean, is he a must-have? Is he a like I totally recommend? No. Just because his articulation isn't that great, I would say that this is definitely for people who don't want to wait for a figure arts and who don't want to wait for. I doubt we're gonna get a figurize of him in this suit since we just got that Trunks, and figurize really likes reusing bodies. I'm sure we're gonna get a figure arts at some point. I would say if you're a fan of Trunks, if you want the Fusion Zamasu wave, definitely, yeah, okay, pick it up. It's not a bad stand-in. I think customizing it, adding a little bit of shading to his jacket might make him look a little bit better. Doing his hair up, making that, adding some shading there, it'll probably make him look better. So, you know what? I would recommend him if you're a fan of Trunks. If you like him enough, you want to buy him one of every character, want one of every variety of character just because you're a fan of the show, because, it's Trunks. He's cool. He's not my favorite, but I want him. I would honestly say wait. Obviously, if you want to get the, Fusion Zamasu head, you're going to pick him up, but, he is definitely, out of the three characters, probably the most passable one, probably the least desirable. I want to say, I almost want to say, again, it's really hard to choose who isn't, the best here, because although he does have his issues, he has like not great articulation. His hair is definitely the worst. The sculpt wise, it isn't the greatest. His legs suck, all that kind of stuff. He still doesn't look that bad. I mean, Bandai is definitely moving in the right direction. I really love the fact that these accessories have been done, they've been painted. They actually, it's not just one whole brown thing and, the straps are just one color. It's not, the sword is just straight silver. And that happens a lot with like Marvel Legends and other figures where we'll get an accessory, but the accessory will be one solid color. They won't really go out of their way to paint it that much. And Bandai at least went the extra mile to paint this. They painted the sword a nice silver. If you ask me, that is a really nice shiny silver. We did get the extra hands for him. So, like I said, they're trying. Still, in my opinion, not the best figure in the wave, but aesthetically, not horrible. Again, he does need some work. The shirt is just way too blue. It needs definitely some like panel lining or shading or something on there to make it pop. But, it's not horrible. I do find it weird that in the cut right here on his arm, they painted that green instead of skin color, because I'm pretty sure he's not wearing a green long sleeve shirt under that shirt. But, that's just me. Again, is he a fun figure to pose? Yeah. Is he, the only version of Trunks like this at the moment? Yeah. So, I'm going to leave this one up to you. I like him to a point, but he is definitely the last one I would recommend getting of the three, just because it's not the greatest figure. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like I said, it's not the greatest figure, but as a stand-in, he works great, and he doesn't look that bad. If you want to see him compared to the other figures in the wave, here we have Goku, who still can't really look up. Let's actually just do a size comparison with Goku, because Trunks, although he's still younger, he's still a lot older than he was in the Cell Saga. So you can see here Goku is just a bit taller, and he doesn't like to stand apparently. But here's Vegeta, and Vegeta I think is actually taller than Trunks head-wise. Not just hair-wise, but head-wise, I'm pretty sure he's standing taller. So that Vegeta is still way out of scale, but in case anyone wanted to see what it looked like. And of course, let's move you over here. We have Hit, who still is taller than everybody else except for the very top of Goku's hair. So, I'm hoping that when the next half of the wave comes out, that we get a Vegeta with a smaller body at the very least. And I'm hoping Zamasu has some decent articulation. I'm hoping, but I'm pretty sure after messing with, just this half, because I'm pretty sure Zamasu is going to be a lot of him, different head, but I bet it's going to be the same body, same arm. So I doubt he's going to have great, waist articulation too. And Goku Black Rose, he's definitely gonna be a reuse of his body for sure. Hopefully a different head sculpt, but it's definitely gonna be the same. I'm like almost 100% positive it's gonna be the same body, repainted to be Goku Black Rose. But yeah, you can see here he is next to the figure arts Super Saiyan God Goku, and in this instance, Trunks is just a hair shorter than that Goku. Uh, Barely. He like literally just maybe a few centimeters shorter than him. So, will he stand in with your figure arts? Yeah. So there is that. But anyways, that is my review for this Trunks. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Uh, Check back for more, subscribe, all that cool stuff, and I will see you guys later. Thank you for watching.